Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Chronicles with Samir. Rain has a strange way of slowing the world down, not stopping it, just slowing it enough for us to notice things we usually miss. Every day, surplus rice and bits of roti are placed outside, and over time, the local birds have memorized this address better than some delivery drivers. Even under pounding rain, they arrived with astonishing determination. And honestly, there is something deeply comforting about that. In Indian tradition, feeding birds has long been seen as an act of goodwill and harmony with nature. Perhaps because hungry wings have always found a place in human courtyards. The first customer this afternoon was the Himalayan bulbul. There it sat, on the edge of the overflowing plate, looking thoroughly unbothered by the rain. Water splashed around it from all directions, while it calmly scanned the surroundings, almost as if waiting for its partner to arrive late for lunch. Between pauses, it took delicate sips of water from a plate already drowning in water, which frankly felt a bit like ordering extra fruit during a flood. And then came the moment. The bulbul pulled out a soggy piece of roti from the plate, and in slow motion, droplets streamed from it like rain escaping from a torn cloud. It was ridiculously beautiful. Soon after, the female sparrow arrived. Unlike us, she had no complaints about wet rice. Her concern was simple. Food existed, children were waiting. That alone mattered. Each time the rain pounded harder onto the plate, tiny fountains burst upward, making it difficult to pick grains cleanly. She hesitated between showers, darted forward, grabbed swollen rice grains, and flew back repeatedly to feed her chicks. That determination says something profound about parenthood in the wild. No motivational speeches, no drama, just relentless return flights through bad weather because somewhere nearby hungry beaks were open. As the rain refused to weaken, more species gathered together around the plate. Bulbuls and sparrows fed side by side, drenched and persistent. And every time they shook their heads, droplets curved outward in elegant spirals, tiny water halos briefly forming around ordinary birds. Truthfully, I became less interested in the feeding itself and more fascinated by the patterns created by water leaving feathers. Rain was turning survival into art. But then came the bigger question: what about the birds that were not feeding at all? The spotted dove sat exposed on a wire, completely soaked, making no effort to hide beneath dense foliage. The red-belted bulbul swayed gently on another wire, as though enjoying a monsoon amusement ride. The long-tailed shrike remained perched out in the open too, drenched to the bone. Behind it, the bottle-brush flowers glowed red against the grey rain like lanterns hanging in fog. Perhaps the shrike was waiting strategically for insects forced upward by flooding ground. Or perhaps, just perhaps, it was enjoying the rain too. Because not every creature experiences bad weather as bad. Even the Oriental magpie robin sat openly beneath the downpour with a patience that felt almost meditative. And watching all of this, one thought quietly emerged. Maybe peace does not always arrive through sunshine. Sometimes it arrives through surrender. The birds were not fighting the rain, not resenting it, not hiding from any discomfort. They simply adjusted themselves to the moment and carried on. Feed the children, shake off the water, wait for insects, sit quietly on a wire. Life continued. But there was one noticeable absentee: the common rose finches. Normally, the mulberry tree remains crowded with them through the day. Pink little fruit inspectors hopping from branch to branch like impatient customers at a roadside buffet. Today, not one. The tree stood unusually quiet except for the bulbuls, who arrived casually now and then, like experienced diners checking whether the kitchen was still open. Perhaps the finches had retreated deeper into foliage to conserve warmth and avoid soaking themselves unnecessarily. Wet feathers are beautiful to us. To a small bird, they are expensive winter jackets losing insulation. Moments arrive without rarity, without drama, and without warning. Sometimes all it takes is rain.